In this video, I'll demonstrate how to add dynamic content. So this is useful when it comes to delivering the results. And using dynamic content allows you to tailor the feedback you give to your scorecard users. So along with their scores, you can acknowledge how they scored and give them feedback relevant to the position that they are in at the moment. So you can enable dynamic content on the results page. And also the PDF if you're on the advanced package onwards. So let's start with the results page. So I'm going to click to edit the results page. So each section type does have a dynamic content button which you can slide on. So where it becomes particularly relevant is on the overall and the category scores if you're using categories. So for example, here I have the enable dynamic content turned off. I have therefore entered one version of content for all, which just says, I thank you for completing the scorecard. Hope it's been useful. Please look at the information below to discover how you scored in each category and receive your tips on how you can improve your score. However, you could also make this overall section dynamic, and if you'd like to do that, it's just a case of turning on that dynamic content, and then you would type in your version of content for those that scored low. And so it may be something along the lines of, don't worry that you scored low here, there's loads of instant tips that I can give you to help you increase your score. You can then do the same for medium and do the same for high. And then the platform will pull in the version of content that is relevant to the score that your user achieved. Okay, so the next area where it's particularly useful is on the category scores. So here I have got each of my categories listed. And you can see here, I've already applied that dynamic content. So here, don't worry if you've scored low. And this advice is slightly different to those that have scored moderately, and those that have scored high. So I've done that for each one of my categories. You may also like to make your call to action dynamic. So offer them a different call to action based on whether they scored low, medium and high. So along with every section, you'll be able to turn on that dynamic content. I'm just going to show you here, and you can basically link it to the overall scores or decide which category you'd like to link it to. So when you've entered your different versions and you're just keep regularly saving, save before you exit. And then the other area we can use the dynamic content is the PDF report. So the PDF is a feature of the advanced package upwards. And the PDF is where we go into more detail about their results and what their results mean. So dynamic content may become even more useful in this document. So I've just added one of the templates to my PDF list. But again, every single page of this, you can enable that dynamic content. So I'm just going to show you on page 2. So if I enable, and I'm going to make sure it's based on the overall score, and this will update this section of copy here, and I might want to type in a different version for those that scored low, medium or high. And then I've obviously got my categories here. So if I just scroll down on the page, I can click onto nutrition and I can, again, enter different versions. So in this particular section, it might be great work, nearly there, or some work to do, for example. Again, you'll find that enable dynamic content is available on every page. So you can tailor and use this feature as and when you need to.